Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Thank you all so much. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about this Asian woman who has been waiting for her whole life, her entire life, to say the N word because a stupid black man, a raccoon black man, said that he doesn't think that white people should not say the N word when maybe they are listening to rap music. Okay, first of all, let me say this: who invented rap music? Black people. And this young Asian woman, she has been waiting for her entire life to say the N word, and people are coming after her, right? And she got the nerves to say that that I know N word is like black people find it offensive, but she doesn't think that that is offensive. Like, she doesn't know why black people are finding it offensive. And you know what, sis, I know you've been waiting for your whole life, because I know you are a Ray and sis, and you have actually been saying that N word, but probably you haven't said it where black people are. But I want you to try it. Sis, go out. You want to explore with the N word. Black people have been saying it. We do not like it when you all say this shit. But you all want to always put words in their mouth. Go out, sis, and say the N word. Go ahead. Go say it. And why saying it? Make sure you come back to tell us how it went. And we don't have to tell us, because we definitely will say it on the internet. You all are so unbelievable. Even Asian right now, they are so pressed to use the N word. Stay glued, because I am just going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it, and I absolutely want to read all your comments. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. And straight up, I am rolling the clip.
Alright, I'm going to address the N-word situation thing that's been giving me hundreds of hate comments and DMs every single day. I'm going to clarify one thing. Having an opinion is not a fucking crime. When I first stitched Maurice's video, I was just agreeing to his opinion that saying the N-word to a song shouldn't be offensive, because personally, even if someone said the C slur, which is only ever used in a derogatory way, even among Asian people, to a song, I wouldn't give a fuck. Now, did I ever say that because of my personal opinion, saying the N-word to a song all of a sudden isn't offensive anymore and people should go out and say it? No! I know some black people find it offensive, and it is offensive. I am not denying the fact that it is offensive. I just think personally that it shouldn't be offensive. Before all the haters say, oh, that's none of your business, stay in your lane. First of all, hip-hop is a worldwide thing. Second of all, I'm allowed to have an opinion on anything I want. Also, I know a lot of people made videos on me, like at least 15 people. A majority of the videos I didn't watch, but to the couple that I did, as soon as I saw either a pride flag or they pronouns in your bio, I clicked out because I don't take you seriously. Finally, a little message to the haters. Y'all can't call me shit without putting words in my mouth, but I can call you racist because y'all actually call me slurs in my comments. Classic, right? You're outspoken and you have a different opinion, so they label you all sorts of things. And to all my supporters defending me in the comments, I thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, because it's literally a war zone in there. And I just want you guys to know that I'm never ever gonna stop speaking my mind, because that's just who I am. Okay, bye.
But I don't think white people should stop singing the song when the N-word comes up.
I've been waiting what felt like my entire life for someone to say this, because ever since I started listening to rap music, I felt the exact same way, but I was just really hesitant to express my opinions since I don't feel qualified because I'm not black. And if I'm being real, everyone already says it to songs in private. At least everyone that I know of. So what's the point of not saying it in public when you say it in private? And you would assume that it's the black people who would be the most offended, but no, it's the leftist, non-black people who are immediately up in arms about it when someone accidentally says the N-word to a lip sync. I just think it's funny because who the fuck are you to determine whether it's offensive or not when it's not your culture, it's not your word. Based on this video, a lot of people seem to think that I want to say the N-word left and right now, but
say it. Fucking say it. At this point, it's natural selection. Black folks as a whole been telling non-black folks how we feel about y'all using that word in any context for years now. And you're gonna sit there with your whole ass face and try to say it's the non-black liberals who have the most problem with it. It's the lack of cultural awareness for me. It's the lack of knowledge about the history of that word and why it has a place in black culture for me. It's the lack of knowledge about the history of hip-hop and why it was created for me. It's the salivating at the mouth and openly admitting that you probably say it behind closed doors for me. And to top it off, it's the picking a black creator who does not fuck with black people as a whole or black culture, has nothing positive to say about black people and black culture, to back up your bullshit for me. Because you know it's bullshit. You do. At this point, y'all know the consequences.
not denying the fact that it is offensive. I just think personally that it should.
Before I begin, please look at my bio and make sure you understand I do not have any pronouns in there, nor do I have a pride flag. I find nothing offensive about either, but you did say that you don't even listen to people who have those things in their bio, which means you should pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. You took the cosign of a raccoon hat wearing black man as carte blanche for you to say, well, I don't find the N-word offensive. Who in the fuck cares whether or not you find it offensive? You brought up hip-hop culture. Who invented and created that culture? No matter how deep off in hip-hop culture you are, no matter how much you love black culture and hip-hop culture, you are still a guest. And as such, you should act accordingly. In other words, the last thing in the world you want to do to ingratiate yourself with black and brown people is to just bust off with using the N-word because you heard it in a song. I happen to love movies from Asian and Pacific Islander people. I would never use a slur towards them because I heard it in a movie. I go into Asian and Pacific Islander cultures humbly, with respect and reverence, because I want to learn. I am a guest in said culture, and the last thing in the world I want to do is offend these people. But you seem to think it is perfectly okay because you don't find anything wrong with the N-word. Who asked you? It's not about whether or not you find it offensive. It's about the word being offensive to someone. And you should be respectful of such. But you didn't. And you know how I know your immaturity is showing? Because you're talking about haters. No, people are trying to school you on the etiquette of being a guest in something that you did not originate and how to act in it. I do not care if you do not find the N-word offensive. It is offensive to some black people. You should take it out of your lexicon. It is as simple as that. And do not, and I say this again, do not let a self-loathing, raccoon hat-wearing Coonesian get you hurt in these streets. Just because he gives you a cosign doesn't mean the rest of us have. You're a guest. Act like it.
I was just asking why it's always the non-black liberal people who are getting the most offended when someone says the N-word to a song.
First things first, I'm speaking from my own lived experience. I am not speaking on behalf of a community or an entire culture or lack thereof. To answer your question, it's because the call should come from within the house. So while the people that you surround yourself with that are black, of African American descent, or a person of color don't mind it, they do not speak for the collective whole. And I can say, as a vast majority, those that are black do not like other people using that word. Whether it's in a song, whether it's just in their day-to-day life, you will get way more flack for using that word from the vast majority. Those that you are speaking of is the minority in this situation. So tread lightly. I know that you said that you're not trying to use the word, you're just trying to make a political point, but here, let me debunk your political point because this has nothing to do with politics. My social circle is a mixed circle. I have friends from many different backgrounds. And the one thing I can say that is universal for me and all the people that I surround myself with is that we don't stand for injustice, we don't stand for racism, bigotry, misogyny, any of that stuff. And just from my circle of friends, those that are not black or a person of color, they speak up on injustices because they're doing the work from inside their community. Because the message is better received when it comes from your own. Because let's be clear. If a black person comes to you and says, hey, you don't need to be saying that word, you're going to say we're angry, you're going to say that we're aggressive, you're going to say every negative stigma that you can put to our names just because of the color of our skin. Whereas when somebody else says it, it's a little bit more received. You may have a little bit pushback, but you are willing to listen to that person because of the color of their skin. And those that I surround myself around know that. And they do the work from inside their house. They call their people out. They speak to their community because they know the work needs to be done within their own community. Just like when black people are having discussions and we say stay out of black folk business, it's because it's black folk business. We're handling discussions within our own community. Might I suggest you do the same? Have the day you deserve.
Offensive.
In your original words, you said that because people already say the N-word in private, it should be okay in public. Oh, and also you said that only non-black liberal leftists care. Not that black people care, and now you're fucking backtracking. You're taking a step back because you realize thousands of black people are telling you you're fucking wrong.
Because personally, even if someone said the C slur, which is only ever used in a derogatory way, even among Asian people, to a song, I wouldn't give a fuck. Now, did I ever?
You do not speak for us. You are not speaking for the Asian community. You are the only person who would sell us out like that and say that you're okay with saying the C word or having people say the C word to you and that it shouldn't be offensive. Fuck out of here.
Say that because of my personal opinion, saying the N-word to a song all of a sudden isn't offensive anymore and people should go out and say it? No!
This is such pathetic and flimsy deflection. You're saying, oh, I don't think saying the N-word should be offensive, but I'm not endorsing people to say it. I'm not saying people should go out there and say it all the time or that people should be able to say it out loud, even though I said it should not be offensive to say it out in public. That is the most contradictory and pathetic shit that you can possibly say. Get the fuck out of here.
I know some black people find it offensive, and it is offensive. I am not denying the fact that it is offensive. I just think personally that it shouldn't be offensive. Before all the haters say, oh, that's none of your business, stay in your lane. First of all, hip-hop is a worldwide thing. Second of all, I'm allowed to have an opinion on anything I want.
Guess what? No, it's not your fucking opinion to have. You are not a part of the black community. You are not part of the discussion. You have no right to determine what the black community finds offensive or not. What an absurd statement.
Also, I know a lot of people made videos on me, like at least 15 people. A majority of the videos I didn't watch, but to the couple that I did, as soon as I saw either a pride flag or they pronouns in your bio, I clicked out because I don't take you seriously. Finally.
Also, this weird anti-LGBTQ conservative thing that you have going on is so genuinely disturbing and weird. Like, oh, if you have a they, them, or you have a rainbow in your fucking bio, that means I block you or I don't listen to you? What is it? What is wrong with you?
Bruh making that face like he saying it just so he can get some people fucked up. Shorty said, I've been waiting for this forever. She telling on herself like you high-key racist and you telling the world. It ain't just singing words, my G. It's gonna be one of them situations you gonna fuck around and find out. And bruh trying to say, but he like, no, they're vehemently against it. Absolutely. But try it. Try it. You're right. We don't care. We don't care. I want us out. Do you know majority of black people wait for somebody to hear? Like, one of our high points in life is that moment that we get to address somebody who think it's okay to say it. Like, that's innately in most of us. Like, we all contemplate that moment that we run into that person who is bold enough to ever say the word, and we have mentally prepared for that moment. You're not ready for that. We have been preparing for that for years. We have movies that fuel that fire. We have real life scenarios that fuel that fire. You will get some static from some stuff that you don't even know where it's coming from. But go ahead and try it. You know, we don't care.
All right, I'm gonna address the N-word situation thing that's been giving me hundreds of hate comments.
No. See, you and I, we're from the same community, right? I know in my whole fucking existence, my whole being, that using the N-word in any capacity is wrong and should never be used by anybody but the black community. But yet here you are defending that anybody should be able to use the N-word in music. Now, as BIPOC, have we experienced racism? Absolutely. But here's where the difference is. You and I, we have not even experienced a fraction of what the black community has endured, has suffered, has went through throughout the course of history in the United States and the world. We haven't even scratched the surface of what the black community has went through. So use the Google, because it's free, and research the N-word. Educate yourself. Learn about the history of it. And then come back and tell me why it's okay to use it in any form. I'm not really sure, though, that anything will sink in, because it looks like you're on conservative talk and Republican, which means you probably voted for the orange douchebag. Remember when he said Kung Flu and China virus and made us a fucking target? Or did you have one of those little red hats on that said MAGA, that said, hey, look at me, I'm Asian, but I fit in with you guys? So live a day, live a week in a black person's shoes, and then come back and tell me why it's okay to use the N-word in any form. Because it's not. Now, I don't know you, and you don't know me, but we are from the same community. And based on your page, I really don't want to fucking get to know you. But what I'm saying is us, being from the Asian community, need to do better. And this is why there is a huge tension between the black and Asian communities, because of a take like yours. Do better.
To a song shouldn't be offensive, because personally, even if someone
For crying out loud, just say it. Since you are so adamant in trying to prove that you should be okay in saying the N-word, just say it. You're being condescending, you're being homophobic and transphobic, you're being racist towards black people, you're disregarding our feelings. Just say it. You're so big and bad, talking trash in this video, sitting on your little camera phone in the protection of your home. Nobody's going to bother you. Just say it. I dare you.
You know what? The truth is that this girl is so rare and cis, and it's very obvious. And the fact that she, like, see how she is saying this is how it should be. When she is not a black person, I mean, she got nothing to do with black community. And she got the nerves to say that, yeah, I know black people find this offensive, but I am saying that it shouldn't be offensive. What? I mean, who called you? How did she get herself into this mess? Because I don't see how a non-black person coming to tell black people how they should feel. how they should act, how they should relate to some certain things. And you know what? Probably she has not had this F around and find out. Hey, babe, I want you to F around and really do find out how it's being done. I know you are saying this in the private place because it's all obvious that you say it probably in public, but you may not have said it to where Black people are. But I think you should try it, not just in the hood or anywhere. Just try it with the wrong Black person, so you can actually understand. So you can tell the story, and the story is just gonna be forever in your mind. You're never ever gonna forget it. Because I see how people wake up and they wanna be in Black people's business for no just reason. Because like, what the hell? What? I think it shouldn't be offensive. And she has been waiting for her whole life to say it, because the raccoon Black man, I mean that man, I call him right because he's always wearing that silly, like, hat and all that. All the time, all he does is say some negative shit about a Black person, saying all the negative shit about his own people. I mean, he is such a sellout. But you know what? Like I said before, sis, go and say it. Go out and say it. And then be ready for the consequences. F around and find out. This is where I am going to draw the curtain. Thank you all so much for all the love and support. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.